Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
It's just like a microphone.
Yeah. Sit down.
It's so exciting, ain't it, Poe?
You gotta tell,
As you stare at the wall.
You should tell Marcus your idea for the name
Oh,
for the podcast because it was funny. Or the little episode.
one small step for Heather, one giant leap for Marcus's wallet.
And on that, hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast.
That's accurate.
I thought it was cute.
This is
very
the
cute.
Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus. I am your clueless leader. And today I really am clueless because the subject that we're going to talk about, I know what we're talking about, but I was not there
You were
for
not involved today.
any of this.
Thank God.
So I might have more questions
Although,
than
I mean,
anything.
you were pretty involved with all the phone calls I got.
Twice. I called you twice.
3 times today. You called me 3 times.
The third time I called you had nothing to do with her.
Yeah, but it still did a little bit.
The third time I called you was to ask if we were going to podcast this evening.
And if she was going to pick you up. So it did involve her.
No, if she could pick me up. And guess what? She didn't.
He actually rode the
Oh,
bike
did
home.
you?
I rode
Yeah.
the bike home
In between the rain clouds?
Yeah.
in between the rain clouds. I literally saw a rain cloud and went, nope, made a left turn. It took me like an hour and a half to get home. It was crazy.
I was wondering why it took you a long time to get over here.
Right?
Let me do some introductions before we get too deep into this. Okay? Is that fine?
It's not
Fine.
your podcast, Dan.
Oh.
That hurts.
Mic drop. All right, so I have Miss Muffin.
Hey.
I have the always lovely and never here Miss Stephanie.
Hey there.
And then I got Daniel.
I'm here.
That's it. He's like, I'm here.
So I'm in
So,
the swivel chair.
so we are still working on the series. We're still doing the series, but we're taking a quick break from the series this evening to do a special special bulletin podcast because events have transpired in the past 12 hours.
Yes.
Less than that.
Like-
Less than the...
Less than the past 12 hours, events have transpired. And I don't mean like,
current political events.
yes,
No.
February 26th.
I would do,
Yes, on February 26,
What
2022.
time was that?
No, was it
1:30?
1:30 today?
1:30?
Yes.
yeah, something like that. So less than 8 hours ago.
Yes, less than 8 hours ago.
Okay. Heather, what happened less than 8 hours ago?
I rode a motorcycle by myself. Woohoo!
What? All right. So let's preface this. So you've been on the back of a motorcycle most of your life.
Yeah, most of my life, yes.
Okay. You have never rode a motorcycle or a moped or anything of that mini
Nothing.
bike.
What
Nothing.
the hell's a moped?
Yeah.
A moped. A moped.
A moped?
A moped?
A moped. A moped is
that
kind of like an iPad,
with wheels?
but it cuts your grass too.
Oh,
Ooh.
man, I need one of those.
That's a
Can we get
bougie.
one?
That's
Yeah.
bougie.
So Heather has made a step in a direction. Some of it could be because the 2 girls she hangs out with ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Heather was the only one in her trio that did not ride. So Heather's making steps in an effort to learn to ride. So
We're so
that is-
proud of her.
big round of applause. Don't literally give them a round of applause.
Daniel.
But big
Golf-
round of
golf clap.
applause.
Golf clap.
I'm telling them, everybody listening to the podcast, I want you to clap your little hearts out while you're cruising down the street.
Stand up at your chair, cheer, yell.
Yes,
Let
yes.
everybody around you in the office that you're listening to this in know that something exciting happened.
Yes, something fantastic has happened. So, y'all tell us what you did today. Tell everything. I mean, because she's on a different bike that we've never even talked about on the
Yeah.
podcast. That was,
That's true, yeah.
So
I'm just going to sit back here and listen.
I've acquired from a friend of mine a 2017 KTM 390 Duke, which, if you're not familiar with, it's KTM's single-cylinder 390cc. I would call it an entry-level motorcycle, but as you know, with KTM, they generally don't make entry-level things, but they're good quality motorcycles. They make things that are more performance-oriented, typically. But I have acquired one, and I have finally convinced Heather to learn how to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
This has been something that's been a long time coming. I know you've wanted to do this for a while. I finally got a good learning motorcycle to get on, and it's not mine, so if it falls over and breaks,
Yeah, you just owe Tyler a new motorcycle.
well,
So
Just like,
he'll forget. He doesn't ride this one either.
well, you know.
What I hear, he can't really.
yeah.
Well, you can't.
No, I can't ride it. I'm too tall for it.
It's like the Grom situation.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's not a bad seating position, but
Well, he's just a bigger guy for that motorcycle.
yeah. And so he bought this motorcycle in 2018, rode it. It has a little over 400 miles on it. And just in the past year, he bought himself a Moto Guzzi V7,
Which is probably much better suited
and
for
he
being
likes,
an adult male.
yes, and he likes riding that much better. It's more comfortable for him as a larger person. And
Yeah, well, I know you said he's a little bit bigger of a guy. That's not what I was referencing. I'm referencing the fact that it's not a big motorcycle.
No, it is not a big motorcycle, but it's also not. I would actually say it's more of a bigger motorcycle with a small engine than it is a small motorcycle with a bigger engine.
I don't know. I've been at your house for an hour and a half, and I neglected to even walk into the garage and look at it.
I know you haven't even looked at it.
So what I'm thinking of is when I first started getting Stephanie into riding, we had a Honda Rebel 250 or a Honda Nighthawk 250, which is a very diminutive motorcycle. It is very small. It's low to the ground.
Can you use regular words for us regular people? Diminutive.
It's small. It feels small. It looks small.
Well, at the time, it didn't look small. Like, to someone who's never ridden a motorcycle, like, that was a very intimidating bike.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Right,
until
yeah.
I gained confidence and experience, I was like, oh, wow, that's a really small bike.
Well, and now, I mean, seeing what you've upgraded to being the V-Star 1300,
Yeah.
you look back. I kind of wish I still had that 250 just so I could put it in the garage next to the 1300 and just be like, see? This wasn't as scary as it was when you first saw it.
Yeah.
But
they're all scary when you first start. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
They really are.
So
It's a new skill that,
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I've driven a car, I can ride a motorcycle. Like, I remember getting on the motorcycle and I was like, there are 4 different things. There's like a clutch, there's a throttle, there's a gear shift, then this foot does the back brake.
Yeah,
and I didn't think I could do all that.
Yeah.
and your right hand does the front brake.
Yeah.
You're like, oh crap, that hand
Oh,
has
crap.
to do 2 things.
Yeah, there's so much going on.
but I think that's something that me and Heather did today, which what we did was just get her, first of all, on the motorcycle, understand the seating position, being in the, I'm going to call it the driver's seat for the sake of conversation.
The saddle.
The saddle.
Yeah.
Instead of being a passenger, which is a completely different experience. So having you in the driver's seat, seeing what controls are, feeling the handlebars. So what? Let everybody know, like, what did you first think when you got on the bike for the first time?
Granted, it's a smaller bike.
Yeah.
But when I first sat on, I was intimidated. I was. Because I'm like, how do I turn it on?
Yeah.
Literally, like, how do I turn this thing on? I didn't know how to turn it on.
Did you learn how to turn it on?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I learned the clutch.
Yep.
And then the neutral.
Yep.
The back brake, the front brake, the clutch. I mean, I learned all that.
But that's something when it takes time.
It takes time.
There's a lot of if you have never ridden a motorcycle before, there are a lot of things that you have to overcome.
Yes.
Getting on a motorcycle for the first time, and it's realizing that you don't just have two pedals and a steering wheel like you do in a car.
Right.
You have the handlebars. You now have to balance. You now have to change your own gears. You have front and back brakes. You also have a clutch. For a lot of people in this generation, a clutch is a foreign object.
Yeah.
They don't know what that is.
Switching gears was very intimidating because when you have a car, you just press the gas and you go. You don't have to think about changing gears.
Yeah.
And for me, a clutch is foreign because I've never had to deal with one ever.
But one of the first things we did once we got you on the motorcycle, you kind of got comfortable with your seating position. You kind of wiggled around on it, felt the balance of the bike. The first thing that I wanted to teach you was learning where the friction zone is on the clutch, learning where the bike starts to pick up and go. And fortunately enough, on this KTM, you can actually idle the motorcycle and let the clutch out, and it'll start moving forward on you. It's not like most bikes that would stall out, but it's a single cylinder. It's a modern single cylinder, and it's got enough RPM on it. It's got enough torque on that
single. 250 stalled out a lot.
Yes. Well, it was an older twin cylinder. That 250 we had was a 92 or a 93, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's been a long time since.
And I could also shift that thing without using a clutch. So the clutch was probably not really there anymore.
Yeah, well.
It was more of an afterthought, but it was also a Honda, so it didn't matter if it had it. I didn't have to put oil in the thing.
Yeah.
But so what was your experience starting to go on the motorcycle, learning the clutch? Describe to us what, as a new rider, someone that's never ridden a motorcycle before, like, what were you thinking? What did you take away from just even starting to move and take that first step into riding?
I mean, it was different, very, and honestly, at first I'm like, balance isn't going to be a thing for me. And I got the whole balance thing. No, I don't. I thought the clutch would be the hardest thing for me. No, balance is hard.
Yeah.
I mean, typically a motorcycle, like, and anybody that rides will tell you the exact same thing. Doing slow speed maneuvers is the hardest part of riding a motorcycle.
Oh,
Well, that's why earlier when she was like, we were going 3 miles an hour, I'm sitting here in my head going, can you teach me how to ride 3 miles an hour?
No, I was footing it half the time, yeah.
You say you were footing it, but you did actually have your feet picked up for a little bit there. I don't think you noticed it, but you were riding. You were actually riding.
Yeah.
You had your feet out and not on the pegs, but you were riding.
And more impressive, you're riding in heels. I'm just saying.
Semi heels.
Well, they are riding boots. They are shanked also.
No, mine are flat. I gotta make sure I don't.
Oh yeah.
But actually, even more impressive than that. So this has been a conversation between.
She was riding in an Icon helmet.
She was riding in an Icon helmet, which is. Oh, we're amazed she didn't just do wheelies out of the.
That's what Icon's all about.
It did have the GoPro mount on it already, so we.
Well, that's like, with my AGV, as soon as I put it on, I felt like I could go win races.
Rossi it up.
Rossi it up, bro.
But the biggest thing for me today, we didn't have the best weather. It was probably in the mid 40s.
It was colder.
When Heather met me out in the parking lot, we were doing sketchy deals out there. It had started to rain. So her first riding experience was in 40-degree weather in the rain, in a slight drizzle.
Yeah.
Which, you overcame, didn't have any issues with being cold or being out in the wet. And
it was fine, yeah.
I would say that you've learned the hardest part of motorcycling and riding, like Marcus said, is doing slow speed maneuvers and modulating the clutch, taking off from a stop. Yeah. Anybody can ride a motorcycle in a straight line going fast. Once it's going, it's going.
Yeah.
But the hardest part is starting and stopping. And I feel like today we at least made some progress on, and it's going to take time. It's going to take you getting out. I mean, we were only out there for maybe 45 minutes today. So not a long time.
That's kind of how our sessions went. And there were some days where I was just so I felt like I just couldn't do it. So I'd take a break and then I'd have to refresh and then try again.
Yeah.
So we did that for months.
Because it's easy to get stressed.
It's progress. You have to make progress.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, you only stalled out one time.
I was shocked that I only stalled out one time.
only one time, and that was the first time.
That was the first, yeah.
That she started out, and after that, you had figured out the clutch, where that friction zone was, where the bike started to move forward, and you were able to ride the clutch into getting that first gear speed.
Yeah,
which is a big thing.
That was that first part of that, what was that, MLS class?
MFS.
Yeah, same thing. That was that first part of that class, is the friction zone. And I was terrible at that because I didn't know where to find it. But
And that's the thing. It's different on every motorcycle.
I'm sure.
Some motorcycles, like the KTM, is really nice in this aspect. It's very close to the handlebar. So you don't have to use your hand as much. Now, the V-Star, the 650 that I purchased for Stephanie originally, that friction zone where the clutch would actually engage was way out at the end. So you almost had to have your hand open, and you were catching it by the tips of your fingers.
yeah.
But today, you didn't have that problem. So what do you think of your first riding experience going through? I mean, we were just in a church parking lot. It's not, you weren't riding on the street with anybody, but you're learning. This is your first day, first time being in the seat of a motorcycle and controlling it for yourself.
Yeah.
So what did you take away from today?
I enjoyed it. I think me just overcoming the fact of getting on it and starting it is the big thing. Because I didn't think I'd ever even just move a motorcycle across the parking lot. Ever. So for me, getting over that hump, I think I'm like full go with it. I'm like, let's do it.
Say, we're going to do this.
I mean, I know there's been times where we've been at dealers, and I'm like, oh, this would be a good bike for you. Sit on it. And she's like so scared to just sit on it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be as much.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you got on the KTM pretty quickly today.
Yeah.
But
I hopped right on it, actually. I was like, oh, this is...
Well,
this is comfy.
it's got a low seat height. With the boots you have on, you were able to.
Yeah, I wasn't completely flat-footed. I was almost flat-footed.
No, I mean it is.
But
the bike's more of a standard to sport bike style of seating and grip arrangement.
But with tennis shoes, she's flat-footed on a GSXR 600.
So this must have a higher seat height then.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was still comfortable.
It was still comfortable, and it sat well for you. And you were able to get the bike up, balance it, and ride it around the parking lot.
You want to try the street glide now?
I'm not ready for that. No, I ain't doing that.
Give her time.
Give me time.
But that's, and this is something that I told Heather when we were out there, like, obviously, today's conditions were probably the worst possible conditions you could ever get on a motorcycle for the first time on a wet parking lot in 40-degree weather. But you did it. You took that first step. You overcame the mental block of just getting on the bike.
Yeah.
And you were moving on it, too. You weren't just sitting on it to be like, okay, I can sit on one of these. I could probably ride one. You were riding it around the parking lot. And getting to that point, learning what the controls are themselves, I know how to link everything is going to be multiple times down the road, but this is a process. It's not I can hop on it today and learn how to do it. It is a process. And like what I told you, and I think Marcus will agree with this, there's still times where we learn how to ride our motorcycles. There are things that we do to make ourselves better, and it's a constant practice. I go to that same church parking lot on my motorcycles, and I try to do tight turns on them. I see if I can do a turn in 2 parking spaces, which is approximately the width of a lane on the road. If I can do, I do that, and I go left, I go right, I'll do figure eights, try to get as much lean in as I can, as slow speed as I can on each of my motorcycles.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't necessarily go to a parking lot. I'm just very observant, I should say, when I'm out riding. If I see opportunities while I'm on the road.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this turn. I'm going to do this angle to see what kind of lean I can get. Just doing that ability. And, there's times where it's like, I'll just kind of swerve back and forth just to kind of get that feel, get that groove of the motorcycle. I can kind of feel it, and I can go, okay, the bike wants to lean, the bike doesn't want to lean. Those types of factors, but like the whole stalling it out and killing it. Like I said earlier, dude, I kill my motorcycle once a week, probably.
I do the exact same thing, and that's exactly what I told Heather. I was like, trust me, it happens to people that have been riding for 40 years. You'll do it eventually, and you're just going to be like, oh, crap. I did it pulling out of the gas station the other day because I was looking at traffic and I wasn't paying attention. Stalled the motorcycle out before I pulled into traffic.
Yeah. Actually, practicing that makes you more prepared for it. Because I remember the first couple times it happened when I was on the road, I would panic. So.
Yeah. But
well, I mean, it happened when in January, when we went on the Chili for Chili ride, when me and Trey did, I stalled it on that ride. On the dealer ride. Yeah. We're in Dayton, and we went to take off from a light, and I was in third gear and didn't realize it. And just the bike didn't have that pull, and it just went, poof. And I was like, what's it? And I started it, and I went to go, and I was like, oh, shoot. And then I'm like having to fight to click it down into gear and everything.
But that's the thing. It happens to everybody. And like Stephanie said, I mean, her biggest thing, she was riding these motorcycles, and she would sometimes not give it enough gas to actually go out into traffic or do something, and it would just stall.
Because my two biggest things are I would stall, or I wouldn't shift up hard enough, and I would hit neutral. And then not realizing it, I would try to accelerate, and then the bike would just fight me.
It would just rev in neutral. But that's a common thing. Neutral is a gear. As much as people like to disagree with it, it is actually a gear. It is between first and second, but it's there. It's something that you can accidentally click it into.
Yeah.
But having that knowledge, and I know this is something I also told Heather, you're around a lot of motorcycle riders that have been riding for a very long time. So a lot of what we do almost comes as second nature.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. While y'all were sitting here talking, for you, it's been a little while. Stephanie obviously remembers when she first started riding. I guess you fairly do, for the most part.
Because you started picking it up around the same time as me. Like
I mean, I had that Ducati.
Not for years, though.
I had an issue in the, 2008. And then I didn't ride for about 10 years.
Yeah. So I have been on the road the way I am now for about 13 years. And when I use the reference of on the road now, I mean, if there's a week that goes by that I have not been on my motorcycle, there's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking at least once on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
And that's, there's been snow on the road for 4 days. It's like, cool, here's the day that there's not snow on the road. So, I mean, if a week goes by that I'm not on my motorcycle, there's usually an issue.
So you're the one that intimidates
for
me
the past,
because I'm like, oh god.
For the past 13 years. But even then, I learned to ride when I was 14. So, and I mean, I'm like 103 now. So
that young?
That young, damn.
No, I was in high school when I first started riding motorcycles, but like I said, I had an incident, and it was 2018, 2017 before I started even getting back. And my first motorcycle after coming back into riding was the Honda Nighthawk 250. Yeah. That's what I felt comfortable with. That's what I thought that I was going to do well with.
You had to build your confidence.
I had to build my own confidence back up. And I mean, it took me a little while to do that as well. And I've obviously progressed since then, but it is something that takes time. Even someone that has ridden for a number of years and has that experience, it still takes time.
Yeah. That's saying that makes me question. You said I intimidate you. What is it about the way I ride that intimidates you? Obviously, I understand I ride aggressive, and I'm assuming that's not what you're referencing, though.
It's for me, it's the fact that you ride that street glide like you ride that sport bike. Still.
That's what
intimidates me. And I'm like, oh.
That's a comfort level on the motorcycle.
And I know, trust me, I know that's what it is. But I'm like, damn, I wish I could get to that point, but I don't know if I ever will.
You could.
I could.
Yeah.
You could.
But
I didn't ride that Street Glide that way when I first got it.
no, you didn't. It took work. It took time.
And
to
I
get
didn't
there.
ride my Deluxe that way either.
No, but
So,
But I think that's the point of it. It doesn't start.
it
you
doesn't
don't
start
immediately
that way.
like. I even me, I would call myself a relatively experienced motorcycle rider. I get on that KTM 390 and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I've never ridden a bike like this. This is new to me, so I take it slow. I think about what I'm doing.
kind of like what she's talking about. I used to ride sport bikes.
Mhm.
I built up my ability to be able to ride aggressive on a sport bike. So then when I went to a cruiser, it wasn't that I necessarily had to rebuild that ability to ride aggressive. I developed that ability. I had to adapt that ability to a cruiser. With the Deluxe, I adapted it the best I could and it still didn't look aggressive.
no. But it's fine.
But like with the Street Glide, the way the Street Glide's set up is you can ride
More
very aggressive with it. And I've adapted myself to be able to ride the Street Glide aggressively. Now, people have made the comments about, oh man, he can ride like that with his wife on the back. I learned to ride basically with you on the back.
That's true.
Because I knew how to operate a motorcycle when I was 14. But when I say I've been riding the way I have been for the past 13 years,
it's been with me.
She's been on the back.
Yeah.
Well,
the whole time.
And that's actually something that I have to say for you, Heather. You learned how to ride on the back. I know we've had podcasts in the past talking about being a passenger on a motorcycle, and that's
passenger.
That is a skill.
That's just being
that's
a
a
passenger
skill
is a
on
skill
its
in
own.
itself. Yeah.
And
It really is.
It's not easy. And the past weekend when I had you on the back, I didn't know you were there, except for when you slid into me when I had to do that hard stop.
Right? Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry.
It's like, hey there.
But no, she's a pro at that, and I'm a terrible passenger.
Yeah,
I constantly
which is
wanna,
why you
like,
have your
look.
own motorcycle.
Yeah.
which is why I bought you a motorcycle.
That's the thing, like she mentioned the other night. She's like, I might take to it like a duck to water. That doesn't mean I'm not going to ever want to ride on the back of your motorcycle, even like if we got my own bike.
Yeah.
Because
you can do both.
Well, like for bike night,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, I'm probably going to ride on the back of your motorcycle because guess what? I'm not going to want to go to bike night and have something to drink and then get on that motorcycle.
Yeah.
Those types of things. And I'm like, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're going to ride to Panama and you have your own motorcycle, well, guess what? You're going to be on your own motorcycle riding to Panama.
But I think it's more.
She's looking at me crazy.
No.
You can handle it. Trust me, it's a lot more comfortable without a passenger.
Yeah.
It's when we go to Panama, I like to party, so no, I ain't gonna be on my bike.
I'm not talking about in Panama. I'm talking about on the way to
on the
Panama.
way too. That's fine.
But I think the biggest thing is having that skill and ability to be able to do it on your own. Because Stephanie at times, she's like, I'll just ride on the back. That's fine.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't want to ride today, but I'll go with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stephanie can ride her own motorcycle if she wants to.
Yeah.
She wanted to ride on the back. And I think having that ability to know how to do it.
Having that option.
Having that option. Yeah, which is a huge thing.
It's good.
And like I said, it's steps. We take processes. You got to learn what each thing does, and we'll make motions each time we get out there. Hopefully in better weather.
Better weather, yes.
Yes. I mean, it looks like we're going to get a nice sunny week this week.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're going to get back out there and, you'll be able to do things.
Well, it would have to be Sunday when you do that, or Saturday afternoon.
It's going to have to be Sunday. We've got other obligations on Saturday.
So do I.
Oh, Stacey and Jennifer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a dealer ride.
Yeah, on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, and
it's not going until 6 o'clock at night. It's
no,
only
that's what I was talking about.
It's only 80 miles.
After that ride.
I mean, unless I've got to pick people off the road.
That one?
Yeah.
The ride with hog.
Yeah, the ride
Not
with
the hog ride.
on the-
Those are two different things.
On the March 5th.
You going to that one?
We
going with State?
we
We're going?
are
What's
going.
Stacey and Jennifer's thing?
At 6.
We're doing all day thing?
Yes, we're doing an all-day thing. We're doing all day.
What are you talking about? You will have plenty of time to come home and chillax.
Chillax.
For 80 miles, we're going to be done
You don't know
at
these
1.
friends of ours, so.
He says it's
not
6 p.m.
It's not the ride. It's not
Stephanie, they do listen to the podcast.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Well.
Lord have mercy.
Hey,
Bless
Stacey.
it.
You know what?
Hey.
If you get a text from Stacy, then it's on you.
We love you, Stephanie's just a homebody.
Oh, Lord.
I'm trying to make her do more than she wants to in one day.
Yeah.
That's a process. That's also a process. Talking
It's
about
I was
process.
shocked. Just want to put this out there. I was shocked that you opted to come to dinner last night.
Well, it was, I was hungry.
Okay.
She was hungry. She
But
wanted
I figured
pasta.
after being in Nashville all day and then having to drive back, you'd been like, no, you go.
No.
I'm going to stay home.
I didn't say that to you. I thought that at first.
Then,
no,
then it was pasta.
Well, no.
Then she heard Olive Garden was like,
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
when she heard Carrabba, she's like, I guess I could,
Yeah.
I guess I'll
Then
go.
she
And
heard
then I
Olive
said
Garden.
Olive Garden. She's like, yeah, I'll be home in about
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
You said Carrabba's, and she's like, I'm still like 45 minutes out. He was like, oh, it changed to Olive Garden just now. And she's like, oh, I actually just pulled in the driveway.
Don't you hear the garage opening?
Like, basically. She likes her Olive Garden.
I do.
She's Olive Garden Italian.
Yeah. Well, she only married into an Italian family, so
Well,
that's
the greatest thing
the
about
best
it
she
is,
gets.
we went to Olive Garden and you ate pasta?
I had pasta
You ate pasta?
Yes.
with shrimp.
You ate pasta?
Pasta.
I had steak and broccoli.
Yeah.
But it looked really good.
Olive
did.
Garden for the win.
It did look really good, though.
But we got those breadsticks and salads. That
Yeah.
was,
So it's fine.
That's why I wanted to go.
and that fried. Was it? It wasn't pita bread, was it? No,
It said flatbread.
flatbread, pita bread, flatbread, same.
Should we get back to riding motorcycles?
Yeah. So
I'm
we're gonna get back
talking
to
about food.
sorry. That was actually, so we're being sponsored by Olive Garden,
No.
and the Andes Mints.
Nope.
Nope.
But we do have a sponsor. Why are you pointing at me?
We do
You
have
can
a
say it.
sponsor.
You're the sponsor in the
Sponsored
room.
by White
I am not
Lightning,
the sponsor.
Harley
I
Davidson.
mean,
I'm sponsored by the company that I work for.
I mean, I put money into it. Am I a sponsor? Is that what?
Are you talking about the shirts or the mic?
Hey,
the mic, and then I guess the shirts. But that's something we can actually talk about as well here.
We're
Not
sponsored.
quite, because we don't have enough.
we don't have.
Well,
We're working on merch. I've told some people we're working on some merch. But like I said, I do want to
It's a
thank
process.
White Lightning Harley Davidson. We are in the White Lightning Harley Davidson Mobile Studios. Yeah, you're not a fucking sponsor. Get it yourself over it. So, yeah.
She's not that important.
No, she's... No, you're laughing at something completely different than what I'm shaking my head about. So, anyways. Heather,
What?
how was
Yes.
your ride?
It was great.
Yeah?
It's great. I learned a lot. It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you ready to do more?
I am.
You want to go right now?
No, it's still raining.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's in the garage. We can go.
It's,
Thought I'd
it's,
check.
It's still raining. No.
just thought I'd ask. I rode home from work. I rode to work today.
To be fair, Heather didn't have gloves on today.
I had gloves on.
She did not.
I didn't have rain gear.
That sounds like a poor life decision.
It was a very poor life decision.
That sounds like somebody didn't pack their rain gear.
Nope, I didn't have rain gear because on Thursday night, Heather needed space.
I needed space. So sorry.
I'm sorry. I have 2 saddlebags and a trunk.
I don't know what space was needed, but apparently more than rain gear was worth.
Her bag is this big. What the viewers can't see, it's like 2.5 inches thick
It's a crossbody
by like
purse.
7 inches tall by like 8.5 inches wide, and it took up an entire saddlebag.
That's quite impressive
With
for a
like
very small purse there.
hats were involved.
That's
A
what
hat
I need our
was involved.
accessories. So.
Yeah. That is why I bought saddlebags for Stephanie's motorcycle so she can put her shit in there.
I know, I love it.
I'm going to buy Heather
A backpack?
something. Something.
Motorcycle.
They give me the 511 bag back.
No.
Or buy her a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Put saddlebags on that for her.
What if I just bought her a motorcycle with saddlebags?
You could do that.
You could do that too.
Yeah. I mean, Lowrider ST has saddlebags.
It does.
It does.
I mean, I don't like the
Well,
saddlebags, but I'll do it.
Like I said, the potential name for the podcast. One small step for Heather. One giant leap for Marcus's wallet. I don't know. That Lowrider ST is not a...
How about, excuse me, I'm broke.
Excuse me, I'm broke.
Excuse me, you're going to be on a borrowed motorcycle for a little while.
Which is fine.
Which is absolutely fine. But that's the process. It's learning.
Yeah.
And, like, even on Thursday. So Thursday was Stephanie's second ride on the V-Star 1300.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
So what did you finally think of the V-Star 1300? So I made a few modifications to it while it was sitting in the garage between her riding times. I put Cobra slip-on exhaust on it, and I put some saddlebags on for her.
I really
More
like
power,
it.
baby.
Yeah.
More power.
More power, baby.
It's more power because I think that was what my previous one was missing. It was like I liked the fit of it, but it felt clunky, like it didn't want to go. This one wants to go.
And when she says it didn't want to go, she's talking about the 650 V-Star.
Yes. Yeah. But
Yeah.
transitions are nice too.
Yeah.
So, because I've been on a couple of bikes where it seems like shifting between first and second's been trouble. This one doesn't seem to have that issue.
Yeah.
It seems comfortable.
Hondas generally have an issue going from first to second. You get a lot of neutrals in between if you don't do it hard enough.
Yeah.
Or if you don't put enough pressure when you're going up from first to second, you will just hit that neutral.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had 3 Hondas and didn't have that situation. Now, one of them was fully automatic, but the 2 that were not, I didn't have that issue.
Yeah. Well, mine were also older Hondas.
Mine were modern sport bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 90s versus 2000s, that's a big difference in transmission technology.
Wait. What if it's early 2000s?
That's still the same.
Like barely in the 2000s.
Still slightly different than early 90s. And late 80s.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Now we're in a different period of the 90s.
1985 and a 1992. I think you've got...
I think 92 to 96 is different.
Yes, it is. But that's what... So Stephanie rode that Nighthawk 250 for a little while, which was a 92-ish. And then she rode the Nighthawk 650, which was an 85. So...
Yeah.
Older motorcycles with miles on them.
Well, I had the Honda 599 or CB600F, depending on what part of the world you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the other Honda.
the other Honda.
That wasn't. It wasn't anything special. I mean, it was just It wasn't.
It was a
anything,
Metropolitan.
It wasn't anything special. No, Heather's looking at me crazy right now. It was what? It was just a bike. It was just another Honda.
Oh yeah, just the RC51. It's
just
fine.
a Honda.
It's fine.
Okay, what? It's a 1000cc V-twin sport bike.
Yeah, and you don't have it anymore.
It was Nicky
I
Hayden.
missed that damn bike though.
Good luck finding another.
I found that bike a year ago.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Was it in an
I sent you
impound?
pictures of it.
But it wasn't for sale, was it?
No, it was
No.
in an impound lot somewhere, all wrecked.
No. I was sitting out front of the Kawasaki dealer in Rome, Georgia.
Why'd you not buy it?
Because it wasn't for sale.
Oh, that's a shame.
Everything's for sale.
The dude also was not there.
But, so, when we're talking about relatively new riders riding motorcycles, Stephanie had an experience on Thursday night that she had never had before.
You did a burnout.
No, I didn't
She
do
did a
that.
burnout.
No, what, you're on scrape the peg? Or?
You scraped your
Oh, yeah.
floorboards going around a turn.
Yeah, that a girl.
Get a girl.
She was coming in hot,
That a girl.
and I was riding behind her, and I saw the sparks.
Aw.
Yeah, I felt the heat on my foot.
It happens. It happens.
You get a girl.
Well, I'm not normally one that's going to lean into a turn, like you always say,
Yeah.
but
She definitely leaned into that turn. But talking about,
Was it this turn out here?
it was not the big turn. It was the one right after that left hand.
Oh, the S curve.
Yeah, the little S curve. But it's a weird S curve because it's off kilter. The road is sloping the opposite way of the turn.
That house when you go left,
Yeah.
That house straight ahead has had a couple cars end up in their front
Oh,
yard.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
You can definitely tell by the way that ditch has been abused.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I almost ended up in their front yard one time. That was the turn that I learned to drift on, actually.
It is definitely something, if you're not prepared for it and you're coming in a little hot, you can panic slightly. But Stephanie was able to straighten herself up, and she was pointed in the proper direction.
Yeah.
It didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
After I was...
I just didn't
So
realize
she
that-
went around the turn, scraped her floorboard, then went on the back wheel and put a fist in the air and then the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know, we all live with those fists in the air and giving fingers to everybody.
I still don't understand that.
Oh, you gotta
It's
I
fine.
think he's intoxicated.
It's
live in
fine.
that Sons of Anarchy lifestyle.
I need to go to see a therapist.
Therapist.
I think Harley might provide one of those. Just means you got to buy a CVO and ride it slow.
That's true, yeah.
I would say, I don't have a Sons of Anarchy motorcycle. They had street rides on Sons of Anarchy also.
They did, yeah.
I don't have a Sons of Anarchy motorcycle.
They had.
Although that Vulcan 1500 I bought was Sons of Anarchy bullshit.
They had a
With all the skulls.
Harley Davidson
Yeah, the one with all the skulls.
Oh,
three-wheeler on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, that was for the crippled guy.
that's
The one that had the
right.
He
oxygen
wasn't
tank.
crippled. He had an oxygen tank.
Yeah. He was just old.
Heather, it's perfect for your dad.
So, chop ride sale.
Yes,
where's
chop
my
ride sale.
Where's my coins? Where's my bag at? Where's my bag? There's Heather. Heather, take the bag. We're gonna play
Yes.
chop ride sale.
I got this.
Be
I
the
got
dealer.
The David.
Stephanie,
Yes.
are you gonna play chop ride sale with us?
Do you want
Sure, I
do you
can.
want one or three?
I can do
3.
Is she okay?
The game is 3.
Then I'm gonna be like a car dealer here and just
Yeah.
one.
So just so you all know, I did order another pack of 50 chips, so we can put more
One.
motorcycles in there. I know we've talked about a few that we've wanted to add,
one.
so
Oh,
we're
there you
gonna
go.
we're gonna try to stop getting the GPZ 900, the
You need more names in the bag.
Harley Davidson Z90, and the Tron bike.
And the Tron bike, yes. I think I've got that one time.
Because after
You
today,
did.
we need to add the Batman motorcycle.
Wait,
Oh yes, it's not in there.
the Adam West Batman bike or
No,
the
no,
Tumbler
no.
Batman
The
bike?
The
tumbler.
Tumbler Batman bike.
Yes.
Can I have another chip? I've had this one before.
Hold on.
Which means she knows what it is.
It was the D&D scooter.
Yes, it was.
I've gotten that one before too.
How did you know? Are you like a mind reader? What's this one? Oh, okay, I've not had that one before.
Okay, how many? You got 3?
All right, yep.
You got
and
3?
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, so
My
I'm gonna
3
give
is-
her
It's
another-
not that hard of a combination, actually.
Yeah.
Am I gonna look up these bikes?
We're going to start with you. You don't necessarily have to look it up.
Oh.
We'll help you.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
just mention it if you don't know what it is.
So, what are
We'll
your
help you
3
out.
motorcycles?
It says Z1,
Okay, so Z1 is a Kawasaki.
Yeah.
like the green one,
No, like the black one.
or the black one.
Closer to the black one.
Okay, then I have a GPZ 900,
It says a Kawasaki as well,
Yep.
which is closer to
the green
one.
the green one.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
A more modern version.
she's literally getting my garage. Is the last
In
one
the
a
garage,
Valkyrie?
in there.
It says HDWLA.
So
Okay.
think of
Okay.
a World War II U.S. motorcycle.
Yeah, a U.S. Okay, World War II.
Like the ones you see in the movies?
Yep.
Yes.
The
Yep.
Harleys that they rode in World War II.
Oh, okay.
So the Z1 was a 900cc version of the KZ 900 that I have, or the KZ 1000 that I have. The GPZ 900 was a sport bike from Kawasaki in the 90s, which has a lot. It's a 900cc, but it's similar to the.
80s.
Well, they made it in the 90s as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they started in the 80s. You're right. Sorry, that's
Well, I mean, I thought they stopped in like 90.
no. The GPZ 900 I think ran till 96. If I,
Oh,
because I know they did do a GPZ.
I'm not the Kawasaki guy.
They did do a GPZ 11.
It's empty.
1100, which was in
Yeah.
the mid 90s, and I think that's what superseded the 900.
So, anyways,
And then how fast is this one?
what
Not-
the W? Oh, it's not
not-
fast. It's an old school cruiser.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
that's
think-
probably the one
Think
I
of 1940s.
Like you know the red bike that sits at the shop, the old 1947 Knucklehead.
Maybe.
I want that.
Yeah, over at the dealership.
Just
there's-
pull up a WLA.
I want that bike.
It might be easier. Pull it up on the TV.
Yeah, hold on. Let me buy a TV. It'll be here tomorrow.
With the 50 poker chips.
Yeah. That's a WLA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like what you see in the movies as far as a military motorcycle.
Okay. Well, they're probably one of the Kawasaki's I would keep. And then I probably wouldn't ride this.
You wouldn't ride the WLA?
No. Well, I would ride something I'm familiar with,
Okay.
most likely.
So, all right, so it is chop ride style. So you would sell the WLA
Yes.
to, I'm assuming, a collector somewhere if it's a pristine edition one.
One of the Kawasaki's
I
you're
would
going to
buy
ride, and one of them you have to customize.
Yeah. I just don't know enough about them.
In my opinion, the GPZ 900 would be the one to customize. Being a sport bike, you can make it faster.
Yeah.
The Z1 is a collectible motorcycle as it is, and it's like the KZ 1000 that I have.
Okay.
So leave it as is. I mean, that's me, but
I would have sold one of the Kawasaki's just because you
you can find them.
virtually have two of the same motorcycle.
That is true.
Just one of
Technically,
them's a modern version of
Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah.
So then you would had two different
Yeah.
motorcycles.
Well, I think Stephanie was going with what she knows and what she's
It's true.
comfortable with. Because
Yeah.
Stephanie
True.
she's ridden the KZ 1000 and she's ridden the ZRX.
I tell you,
So,
the day she sits on a WLA, she's going to be like, oh, this is actually pretty cool.
got
That's
that
it.
Springer seat.
That's what I want. I would love to have one of those.
And that's the thing. If Muffin ends up becoming someone that, can ride, but she doesn't necessarily want to ride all the time, I think
What do you mean,
vintage.
if? Oh, no, she's going to ride.
No, if she doesn't want to ride all the time. If she's
Okay.
one of those people
Yeah.
that she just wants to ride to bike night or
Yeah.
every once in a
Yeah.
while or ride up to the Harley shop or something like that.
Mhm.
Like she's not really planning on doing a lot of riding. She just kind of wants to show off or whatever sometimes. I think a vintage Harley might be a pretty good thing for
Which
her.
I want one of those anyway.
Well,
but
that would actually not be a bad motorcycle to have around,
Yeah.
especially if you're going to just ride around town every so often and not
Yeah.
ride on a regular basis.
yeah.
That's not a bad option to have.
No, it's not.
And it's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool to ride around on and you feel like a badass.
It gets the
And you be all
looks. I mean,
greasy.
yeah.
all greasy.
We get you the leather helmet with the goggles.
We
No,
get you the jeans
no.
that have already gotten oil stained on the one
She's
side.
already got
I have
of
some
those.
of those. It's fine.
All right, Daniel, what's your 3 chips?
So I have the BMW R18. I have the Harley Davidson V-Rod. And I have the Suzuki RE5.
What in the world is wrong with your...
I got the weirdest set of chips.
I'm
possible.
going to sell the BMW and the V-Rod.
I'm going to sell the crap out of that V-Rod.
Yeah.
I don't want a V-Rod. There's
No.
nothing about
No,
it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to ride the Suzuki RE5.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know what an RE5 is, it is a rotary powered motorcycle. So it's a rotary engine. I think it was 2000 cc or something like that because rotaries are not calculated with regular cc's. Because they calculate each combustion chamber as a separate cylinder.
Weren't they charged also?
Somewhere you could. I believe that was a possibility. So I'm going to turn the R18, as much as it will disagree with me, into a touring motorcycle. Full front fairing, full saddlebags, back seat, backrest.
Well, man, if
trunk.
it's an R18T, it's already got all that stuff.
This just says R18. So,
I think you can make it.
all right, then I'm going to do what I did with it the last time. I'm going to paint it military green, put a sidecar on it, and an MG34.
Okay.
There you go.
That was easy.
It's what you want to make it.
Easy button.
Heather.
Yes. Okay, so I have an e-bike.
Okay.
So-
I
What-
think that
I mean,
I think that was just
what's-
a generic reference for electric motorcycle.
So I can pick whatever electric motorcycle I want to?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I have a shovel head.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd.
That one never dies.
That chip never dies.
Judge Dredd
It
can't
never dies.
die.
It never dies. So,
I feel like this one's going to be pretty easy.
yeah. I'm selling the Judge Dredd. I don't want it.
I feel like she judged it too quickly.
That was
I hate you.
This is my
Dad.
pick.
That was a dad joke.
Yeah. My
Okay.
pick here.
y'all hanging out too much.
I just hope you don't dread your decision.
You got jokes. You got jokes. You got dad jokes over here.
Like Stephanie said, he's hanging out with me too often.
I'm crying now.
We got a limit
Kinda.
of friendship here.
You got a bromance going on over
We're
here.
limited to once a week now.
What do you got?
We're rubbing off on each other.
What do you got?
So if I can I pick the e-bike?
Yeah, whatever e-bike that you want, whatever electronic motorcycle.
So I'm gonna pick the e-bike and the live wire to just ride,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'm gonna customize a shovel head.
Okay.
He was looking at his paws.
Chips are being thrown at me.
Not you.
So I have, since everybody wants to call it a Gixxer, I have a killer,
KLR.
a Jesse James bike, and a trike.
Oh,
Wow, you got a hand worse than I did.
I got a fairly simple hand. Customizing the KLR, riding the Jesse James, and selling the trike. I mean, I don't think there's another option
No.
in that route.
You
So,
get the trike.
he's like what?
the KLR, you know,
Well, we've talked about it before.
doing the suspension upgrade,
Yeah.
which funny people that haven't been around KLRs are going to be like, suspension upgrade. I said to Lewis something about a suspension upgrade, and he goes, how many people make suspension upgrades? So
Everybody.
I searched it, and yeah, if they make suspension, they offer a suspension upgrade for the KLR.
I mean, honestly, the KLR at this point is kind of like the Sportster. If you want to build one from parts from a catalog, you probably could.
Yep. So I'm gonna set the KLR up something better suited for my weight, and I might actually run a little bit wider front rim so I can get a little bit wider front tire too.
A little bit more off-road oriented is what you're...
So Jesse James bikes, you know,
Oh, the early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
you laugh, but the thing about it is his bikes compared to like Orange County Choppers were usable motorcycles.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
His were
I
not
agree with that.
extravagant stretches and all that other stuff. He was like, you
Yeah.
know, hey, let's go 6 up, 4 out. I just lost you completely. But that's what he did, was that type of stuff.
They
And
were
it was
still,
still
like,
a usable motorcycle.
Rideable. Yeah.
So, but he was also building a lot of bikes for like, bikers. I don't know what to say it.
Yeah.
Like California Club guys. He was building a lot of bikes with us. So you're talking about bikes that were usable motorcycles. You're also talking about a guy that's what's the terminology? Metallurgist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's a wizard when it comes to
He does his own
working with
welding. He
metal.
does his own rivets. He does all
Yeah.
that metal work himself.
That-
I've watched videos
the
of him
question on
hammering
that-
out stuff, gas tanks.
Here's the question, okay? You like motorcycles.
Yes.
There's something you like more than motorcycles.
But since she's in here, my wife, Stephanie.
Women.
There's something you like more than your wife.
What?
Bo,
What? Guns.
Firearms.
That is true.
Okay. You gonna tell me if you had the opportunity right now, you wouldn't own a Jesse James pistol? A Jesse
for the
James
price.
1911?
Not for the price that they're selling for.
Okay. If you had the money in the world, you would absolutely buy Jesse James 1911.
Did you see the one that he made?
My point exactly. You're already like, have you seen this? Let me tell you all about it. I've read everything there is to know. So,
I've seen the Jesse
so
James
if that
1911s.
guy builds a motorcycle, you wouldn't ride it?
No, I would absolutely ride.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I'm not
Exactly.
disagreeing with you.
Exactly.
And I agree with your statement that out of the chopper craze in the early 2000s, I think the motorcycles he made were the better was.
Well, I feel
And
like a
they
lot
seem
of
to
people
hold
think.
their value.
I think a lot of people thought of him as a sellout because you could get his West Coast Choppers gear at Walmart and stuff like that. And then he had all these other TV shows like Monsters Garage and everything like that. Woo, excuse me. I don't think that makes him a sellout necessarily.
No.
He knew what he was doing.
He was making money.
He was making money. So he could pursue his passion and his hobby.
Which is what he does now.
Exactly. So
and you're talking about a guy that didn't really grow up with anything. I mean, if you watch interviews, I mean, he had to fight, lie, cheat, and steal to get everything he had growing up.
Well, I mean, trust me, if we could get Daily Biker Podcast t-shirts into the Walmart, you bet your ass we're going to be doing that. I would.
I feel like I'm more of a Target kind of guy.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.